The hippie Wall Street investment firm backed by Prince Harry and Meghan Markle owns tens of millions of dollars of shares in Twitter, Facebook and YouTube's owner Google, despite the couple decrying the hate they have encountered online and their personal crusade against fake news. The financial firm boasts that it creates personalized sustainability solutions to help investors transition money toward companies that treat people and the planet with respect. But the company's financial filings reveal a long list of investments in American corporate giants, similar to the holdings of a traditional investment portfolio. These reveal that the $1.3 billion fund has $6.9 million in Facebook shares, a $2 million investment in Twitter and $32 million stake in Alphabet, the parent company of Google and YouTube. The prince said using social media has a high cost and condemned the lawless space it created in a column in August, while in 2020 they were reported to be working with a pressure group called Stop Profit for Hate that was organizing a Facebook advertising boycott. They also removed all their social media profiles after the Duchess of Sussex described how she struggled with the almost unsurvivable toll of internet trolling. The fund holds shares in multiple oil and gas companies, several airlines and many of the world's biggest automotive manufacturers including General Motors, Honda and Toyota, despite Harry and Meghan's green campaigning. There are also $4 million of shares in U.S. food giant Mondelez, the owner of Cadbury's, who were accused in 2018 of destroying tens of thousands of hectares of orangutan rainforest habitat because of their palm oil suppliers. The Sussexes have both campaigned on forest conservation and the protection of endangered species. They also have shares in the pharmaceutical giants producing the world's COVID-19 vaccines, who Harry and Meghan believe should give up the patents on their jabs. Harry and Meghan are investing their own money in Ethic, and are also reportedly shareholders, despite both of them previously criticizing social media firms the investment firm has bought shares in. The Duke of Sussex's plethora of new jobs also includes a role at Aspen Institute's Commission on Information Disorder, a group designed to fight misinformation, but Facebook, Twitter and YouTube have all been accused of proliferating disinformation and fake news. The couple have not said how much cash they have personally put into Ethic to manage their portfolio, which the company tailors to each individual investor, meaning that the Sussexes are unlikely to have shares in Facebook. But if they have not chosen to opt out of owning certain companies, it could mean that Harry and Meghan have stakes in firms they have repeatedly denounced. It has also been revealed that the Ethic Fund, founded by a British Prince Harry lookalike former public schoolboy with two fellow hippies, has pumped cash into all the major pharmaceutical companies that develop COVID-19 jabs. This includes $747,000 in Pfizer shares, $1.6 million invested in AstraZeneca, $2.2 million in Novartis, $2.5 million in Johnson & Johnson, $1.6 million in Sanofi and $760,000 in GlaxoSmithKline. This is despite Harry slamming ultra-wealthy pharmaceutical companies for not sharing the recipes and urging them to give up patents to allow poorer countries to vaccinate their population in a series of critical comments made as recently as a fortnight ago. The documents filed with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission says $30 million has been invested in Amazon shares, despite Jeff Bezos' firm facing numerous allegations of anti-competitive behavior and poor treatment of staff, suppliers and customers. There is also $45.8 million in Apple shares despite the tech giant historically being accused of failing to protect Chinese factory workers and treating them inhumanely, like machines, to meet Western demand for iPhones, iPads and MacBooks. But one Ethic customer told The Telegraph that the genius of Ethic is its use for tax loss harvesting, a term for when the super-rich use loss-making investments to offset tax gains elsewhere. Today's revelations raises more questions about the greenwashing of business, with some experts claiming big corporations claiming to have progressive social values and environmental passions is the defining scam of our time. Vivek Ramaswamy, a former hedge fund partner who went on to write the book Woke Incorporated, told The Times, "Their tactics are far more dangerous than those of the older robber barons. Their do-good smokescreen expands not only their market power, but their power over every other facet of our lives. I'm fed up with the corporate game of pretending to care about justice in order to make money. It is quietly wreaking havoc on democracy." Paperwork filed in the U.S. shows it invested around £1.1 million in chemical firm Corteva Incorporated. This spin-off from scandal hit firm DuPont, made infamous in 2019 movie Dark Waters, is being sued in California over use of a pesticide linked to brain damage in kids. Corteva insists it is safe. Ethic has also invested in one of America's largest crude oil producers and a firm accused of pricing UK patients out of a negation cystic fibrosis drug, filings show. Royal author Penny Junor said, "Life is going to be very difficult for Meghan and Harry if they keep up this high profile. Ethical banking seems asking for trouble, setting themselves up for a fall.